Frank Ratmer, standing outside the courtroom, told me, you either pay €300 to close your case, or you wait until the 4th of September to come back. And since you said you refuse to pay, then you can leave now. That's what the Frank Ratmer told me. And I emphasized to him, I will not pay anything. I won't pay. I said, then you can leave now. Just come back in September. We'll inform you. Then he just turned around and went back to the courtroom. I left. So it's like that. I remember this date which turned out to be my last court date, the 4th of September in 2023. So after the court date, 17th of April, 2023, so until the September, there are no other court dates intervening. As between March until April to this date of the 17th, I've been disrupted by the Garda too much. For their arrest of me, for their detention of me, got me frequently absent from my school because of the back and forth court appearance summoning, because I was called by them, back to the court many times, in between those 2 months. And my homelessness status still continued, which started from the day 19th of March until this date, 17th of April. I had been already homeless for 1 month, totally 1 month already, more than 4 weeks. And by that day, I still had not secured any, stable or fixed accommodation yet. Even I have tried to reach out for any availability or housing rental information. And in between those a couple of weeks, I happened to join a group of this UCC outside the campus from the Chinese housing rental groups here in around Cork. So I happened to join this group, which I think I requested this one in front of that Chinese shop here in Cork, who reluctantly to offer me this information. Finally, he gave me this one, only offered me this group, So I joined, and I noticed this information from one of the UCC students, who is also Chinese. And she's in desperate need to move out from here, which is this place I'm staying right now. She offered her accommodation in this house, which is a single room, very tiny single room, on the roof floor, and a sharing bathroom with another two, with like 3 people share one bathroom on the roof floor, and sharing the kitchen downstairs. So since I struggled so long to find an accommodation, which I couldn't find any, and I finally compromised to this one, accepted her, for her transit, her part of tenancy to me. So I finally secured this long-term tenancy here, and remained here now. I've been staying here like 2 years. And because thinking about moving is too hard, to say nothing about to find another, accommodation is really hard, here. So when you find one, even though when I first came in here, I found that toilet, the shower booth, it's so dirty. It's also like a heavily coated, like mold stuff. Later, when I got back in May, I brushed it by myself, twice, back and forth. Brushed it. Otherwise, it was also kind of gross anyway. But anyway, after a long time, when you go to check about the accommodation here, most of the Irish houses, they're like a little bit moldy stuff in there. Old houses for the immigrants, for the student accommodations here. So I compromised myself to here. I sensed that maybe I can move in here temporarily. Later, we'll move on to look around if there are any better options, So I decided, then moved in on the afternoon of April 26, exactly. on the April 26th, nearly the end of April already. And finally, my more than 1 to 2 months homelessness status stopped. Too much struggling during those first few weeks, nearly 1 to 2 months, the first couple of months, too much struggle. Every day because I don't have fixed address, the college, Griffith College, refused to issue me the letter for GNIB registration. And since the GNIB also require a fixed address, for the IRP registration, which I don't have during that time. And I couldn't open any student bank account either, because you go to the bank to open the bank account, they also ask for proof of address, which I don't have any either. So the status of homelessness isolated me further for any accessible, things here for the starting, for the first couple of months. And too tough. And meanwhile, with struggling with the homelessness, I still have to keep reporting to the school every weekday to attend my language course. Because since the Garda had already got me, frequently absent from the class, already intervened, affected my attendance rate. Because if your attendance rate appeared to be low, you'll be got expelled from the school, the college. That's their policy, So I was very worried and nervous all the time during the first couple of months, with the dreadfulness and the frustration and the tiredness, anxiety, and also the anger and fierceness towards the Garda and the Maghreb for all the trouble, the miseries, sufferings, and the losses, damages they brought me, to my life. And I guess I have gone through too much, which has far beyond my limitation that I could stand up with. And which probably the reason why hit me down and made my immune going down suddenly, dramatically, and which made me start feeling sick in between, like end of April until in between April and May, sometime. I'll mention about this later. And so, every day, thinking about those days, walking with 2 suitcases, wandering the streets like a vagabond tramp. I was totally a tramp around the Cork during the first more than 1-2 months. Without a home, without a place to sleep at night. Every day is worrying, extremely worried where I'm gonna stay today. And I don't have place. I don't have place to put away my luggage, my suitcases. I don't have place to cook. So for every single meal every day, I have to eat outside. And eating outside, here is very expensive. So have to compromise and to save for myself, because I just newly arrived here. I don't have that much cash money, in my pocket. And my cash money just soon consumed, with all the extra expenses for my homeless status, for the extra expenses Maghreb caused me. So the most frequently what I ate for the first 1 to 2 months is that baked roll in the central shop. I bought too many, that $4.50 or $5.50, or pretty much like even €6, something like that. For breakfast, sometimes even for lunch, for dinner. And the tea, $2.50, sometimes €3 for a breakfast tea, and so one meal. And sometimes we're going to the restaurant, but the restaurant is more expensive. Like it costs you at least about for like 16 to €20 for just a basic, simple meal. Remember the most dreadful days in my life that brought to me by Maghreb Gallagher Brennan, which eventually ruined my life in here for my rest of my life. The damages, the severe consequences caused to my health conditions is incurable, irreversible. I don't know who's gonna pay me back for my life that has been ruined by them.